Hello and welcome back to Card of the Day. Today I will be showing one of my top 10 favourite Pokemon of all time, including all of its evolution stages. The cards for today are from the famous top set, informally known as Pokemon Trading Cards Series 1, or you may have seen it as the TV Animated Edition cards. Now I'll talk a bit about each stage of the evolution and then go into the set itself because it's actually quite interesting. There's definitely some things I didn't previously know about it until I made this video. The card of the day in this episode is Machamp, Machoke, and Machamp. We'll go in order here, so let's start with Machamp. What's not to love with Machamp? I mean, you'd be walking around with a mini Arnie, a mini Terminator. My first big memory in the games with Machamp was seeing him stomp around in Vermilion with that old man, which, by the way, I highly recommend looking up the theory behind that online if you haven't already. It's actually a really cool read, and it's on a Reddit thread, I think, from like 11 years ago or something, but it's still worth the read. Now, Machoke definitely wasn't my favorite out of the three, and that's really because in the game, when I figured out you could just trade him for a Machamp, it was pretty much over for him. But despite that, I love the concept that he's so powerful, he has to wear this belt to contain his own power. Plus, seeing the Machoke movers in the beginning of Gen 3 was super cool to me as a kid. Now, onto the main act. The star of the show, Machamp. Machamp has always been my favorite fighting type Pokemon. Him and Alakazam were the sole reasons why I got a trade cable. It's also why I'd always bring my Game Boy with me to any of my mates' houses, no matter the occasion. I was like a meth head for trading Machokes and Kadabras. Not to mention, in nearly every instance, whether it's a card artwork, an appearance on the show, or, you know, even in the video games, I never had a reason to dislike Machamp. So I'm almost positive in the future here, you will definitely see much more of him on this channel. Now, I'm going to go through all the backs of each of the cards as well. They have a cool little Pokédex entry, and even better, a nice interactive experience we all remember as a kid. That's right. Who's that Pokemon? Yeah, we have to guess the name of the Pokemon with only a picture of its silhouette. Now, what's cool about this is that they tell you the answer with the number of another card in the set, which to me I think seems like a bit of a scheme, a scam, to get you to buy more packs and complete the set. But regardless, I think a true Pokemon fan shouldn't need the answers, right? Right? Fine, I'll give you the answers as we go along. The first one here, I mean, that has to be Nidorino. Boom. Next we have Machoke's card, and I'd say that's another underrated gem. Definitely a fave of mine. Golem. Get in. And lastly, we have Machamp's card, which, if you get this one wrong, don't quit your day job, because that's, of course, Venusaur. So, how'd you do? 3 out of 3, I hope. Well, if not to worry. I'll have a nice sports card I'll post tomorrow just for you, and you can tell me all about it in the comments. Anyway, moving forward with the set itself. It actually has some very interesting facts that I didn't really know about when I purchased these cards. So, this set was formerly known as the Pokemon Official Trading Cards. They were manufactured by Topps in 1999. Now, in total, there were 90 cards in the set, 76 being Pokemon and 13 being character cards. They also had a checklist card as well. I love error cards, misprints, crazily miscut cards, you know, anything like that. So when I read that this set had 4, technically 5, different prints in the US alone, I was actually quite surprised. I didn't know that. Each print has differences with the Topps logo on the back of the card, and the foil cards have different textures as well. So I went back through my other Topps cards I'd bought a while back and checked to see if I had, you know, any different printings. I did actually find a couple that were indeed from different prints, as well as an error card. And really, it's just a card that has an error on it. I don't think it was ever corrected in the reprints. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on that. But you know, still, it's really cool. It's really cool that, you know, it has an error on it, and I've had it this entire time and I had no idea. So the only print I didn't seem to have was actually the first print. So the first print had a blue Topps logo, and the foil cards were just a smooth texture. The cards I just showed were from the second print. So the second printing, the Topps logo was black, and I actually have a Squirtle foil card that shows the texture having rays of light and starbursts. So that's how the foils looked in the second printing. Now, the third print had a green Topps logo, which my Nidoran here has, and the foil cards have flames and water drops in the holo, which I think work really well with this Charizard card in particular. So I'll just grab the Squirtle here and I'll just show you the difference just to make sure that it's nice and obvious. But yeah, definitely you can tell the green on the Topps logo versus the black. The fourth printing had a red logo, which my Blastoise has here, and the foil has Pokeballs in like targets. It actually kind of looks really cool. The fifth printing was only with the holo cards, which had the smooth finish like the first print, but also had a black Topps logo on the back, just like the second print. So that's why that was technically considered a fifth print. Now, the TV card foils also change in each print too, which is also really cool. Technically, the error card I own is the card from the first quiz question. That's right, Nidorino on the back here is actually misspelled once. So as you can see here, instead of Nidorino, it says Nidorano. So yeah, I don't know, I found that was pretty interesting. Definitely some interesting facts about this set that I didn't really know about until I did a bit of research on it. Anyway, that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, I will see you later.